Hi guys, and welcome to your Daily Tarot reading for Tuesday, the 9th of November 2021. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm going to use the Celestial Tarot for this reading. Let's see what the cards have to say about Tuesday and what the day is going to look like energetically. So I'm just going to shuffle these a few times and choose three to see what's going on. Okay, so the first card is in here. We've got Cetus, the Two of Wands. Okay. Ursa Minor, the Ace of Cups. And finally, Cancer, the Chariot. Interesting. Okay. So what I get is that you have a really strong sense of self and direction at the moment. And you're making plans for the future and you're setting goals and you're moving towards those. And today, that journey is going to be interrupted by something that seems monstrous or is very unexpected or seems like a huge obstacle that suddenly presents itself. Now, the next card with the Ace of Cups, we've got the bear and the ace, the chalice there. And what this kind of obstacle is going to do is it's going to reveal your true strength, how you're able to take care of yourself and your life and your circumstances. That will allow you to love yourself even more and to be on Team You. And that sort of self-care and sense of nurture and being held and feeling safe and supported by you, that gives you a sense that you can hop onto your chariot and gallop off to victory and triumph and success. So the first thing to remember on this day is that if something comes up and it seems negative or positive, is not to immediately judge it as negative or positive. You don't know what it's going to reveal to you. So the Two of Wands is usually a card that shows a young man standing between two wands, which create a kind of doorway, a gate, and he holds the world in the palm of his hand. And it's a card that's very much about taking control of your world and saying, this is what my experience is going to be. This is how I'm going to live my life. This is what I think is important, and that's what I'm going to align myself with. Here we've got the sun, which is your conscious identity. It's what you're striving towards. And we've got the first sign of the zodiac, Aries, here, which is the ram, which is all about overcoming obstacles and plowing on through regardless of what the obstacle actually is. So the card usually talks about an opening. A doorway appears somewhere in your life and it's an opportunity, it's a chance. In this deck, it's different. There's no gate, first of all. It's just these two desires next to each other growing quietly. But then we've got these two things kind of saying that you're feeling very certain about who you are and what you're doing, and you feel empowered to move forward, and then this appears. And that would make most of us stop if we kind of saw this kind of thing jump out of the blue. So it's a path that you've been on and you can continue to be on, but don't be overly surprised if something stuns you or kind of throws you off course a little bit or delays you, because it's something that seems very odd. So look at it as a problem to be solved rather than something to be horrified at and to, go home and tell stories about and to create a whole narrative. Deal with the situation as it comes along in the present moment. Try not to put it off or to delay it or procrastinate on it. Deal with whatever comes your way, because then you'll be able to continue on past this appearance. And by doing that, you discover that you are able to deal with something that was unexpected or that you were inexperienced. You had no experience dealing with this kind of thing, whether it's a work-related problem or a relationship or an invoice or travel plans or your personal health or whatever it may be that suddenly pops up and surprises you and makes you stop dead in your tracks. By facing the issue and by not burying your head in the sand, you're able to tap into a place of calm within you, first and foremost. So it's like, rather than immediately reacting, you're able to take a breath and to say, do you know what? We're going to deal with this. Me and you, my higher self and my planet Earth self. We're going to deal with this. So you have access to this immediate comfort. So just remember that. If closing your eyes helps you with that, then do that. Whatever, or music or activities, swimming, sports, whatever gets you in the zone, try that. And then the energy of Cancer, that's a cardinal sign. It's the fourth sign in the traditional chart. And it's very much about home life and taking care of the other person and being nurturing, being a parent. Like a strong bear figure, someone who protects the weak. So your inner bear, your inner kind of mother bear or father bear, appears as an inner resource, and not only does it help you deal with the situation at hand, but it kind of, the image of the bear is kind of reflected in the cup, the surface of the cup here, and it's almost like you can see how much you already have taken care of yourself in your life, how much you've been there for yourself, how much you've stood up for and protected you. So it's kind of like seeing a different side of you and seeing a side of yourself that you can always rely on, and where you know, I am always going to be here for me. I just know it in my bones now because I've got the evidence. So that's worth a little bit of a headache, I think, because if you're on Team You, then nothing can really stop you. And even if you do stumble at times, you're going to be getting up so much more quickly than if you were at odds with yourself. Yeah. Okay, finally, the Chariot. The Chariot is usually a card that sees some sort of Caesar-type figure jumping on the chariot. He's got a black and white sphinx, and he's covered by this canopy of stars above him. And the card is about self-will that leads to triumph. Sometimes you have to go beyond your circumstances, beyond good and evil, and to say, do you know what? I have all of those things contained inside of me. So my will is going to be realized now. I'm going to manifest what I want. I'm going to go off into the world to make that happen, to explore and to get busy. And here we've got the Chariot in the background. So it's kind of like something that's naturally happening here as a result of nurturing the inner child, or recognizing the inner child as really precious and strong and ever present in your own life. And that's really the key to keep moving forward and to keep this path going rather than being stopped by some sort of external influence. So yeah, number-wise, let's see. We've got 2 and the ace card counts as 1, so that's 3. 3 and 7 is 10. 10 reduces to 1 in numerology, and 1 is the vibration of the boss, the pioneer. In the tarot, it's the magician. So the person who does use self-will, who says, there's some sort of an issue here. How do I want to resolve it? And how am I going to take care of myself during that process? That kind of accountability or self-reliance, that's what really leads you to achieving great things today, because with the Chariot card, there is some sort of success or achievement. And it's by being there for yourself and not letting yourself be put off by temporary obstacles, but continually simply being there for yourself and saying, what would you like to do next? How would you like me to handle this? How am I going to move on? You know, talking to your inner child like that, that's what's going to work for you on this day. And you can get a lot done. So I hope you have a great day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to audio reading with me. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share the video online. Have an amazing Tuesday, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.